All right, in the car here with fellow revivalists Parker and Skylar Burton.
Hi.
All right, headed, of course, we're headed to the fireplace, the Detroit outpouring, and 21 days of fire. And let's talk about something that is just kind of gripping my heart. Have you ever been both exhilarated and a bit grieved at the same time? Yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. I've shared this before, but when I was down at Lakeland and I was driving around, I can remember it was the night when we were trying to find the location, and I'm driving by all of these church buildings, and with all the marquees and talking about and the marquees have, their typical service schedules and things like that. And I'll never forget the feeling that I had, that I was really kind of surprised, a little confused that all these churches are still having regular meetings when the greatest, or at least one of the greatest outpourings in the world, I mean the entire world, was happening right there, right in their backyard. And I was expecting to see marquees that said, "We're not here, join us at the fire in the Lakeland outpouring." And it just kind of wrecked me a little bit. And so now here we are in Detroit with an outpouring, and it's being built right now. Yet it's still life as usual for most, and it's just kind of weird. I mean, I don't know of a good word. It's kind of strange. And but here's the issue. This isn't at the level of a Lakeland or a Brownsville yet. This is at the level of where there's a lot of prophecy, where the fire is here, where there's crazy testimonies, there's those kinds of things. But the fire is still vulnerable. Meaning this, that if we do not tend to it at an extreme level, the fire will go out. So here's the issue. I was talking to someone the other day, they actually heard a pastor say, well, we're just going to kind of take a wait-and-see approach with this thing. And can you imagine being on a deserted island, and there's a fire there, and it's the only fire, and you're sitting there, and it's your only hope for survival, and someone's sitting back, it's like, that's a pretty interesting little fire there. Wonder if it's going to rage. I'm going to kind of take a wait-and-see approach. I'm going to kick back here and see if the fire builds. It's nonsensical. The fire will go out if people do not tend to the fire continually night and day. And here in Detroit, the only there's discipleship and teaching and prayer and study and all that kind of stuff can happen anywhere. But as Bill Johnson says, you've got to go where the fire is to tend to that fire. And so the fire right now is in Dearborn. I haven't heard of any others in the whole area. And and there hasn't been any others from what I've understood for decades. And so here we are at a time when the fire is there, but it has insane potential to explode, but also even greater potential to die out. So if we do not tend to it, meaning pastors leading their churches, canceling services, leading their churches into the fire, and by the way, most churches don't have things going on a Monday night, Tuesday night, Thursday night, Friday night anyway, Saturday night. And so at least at the minimum, get your people out here, 3 or 4 or 5 times a week at least. So why? Not so you can be blessed, even though you will be, but so you can help us build the fire. We're saying, help! Oh, we need help! This fire is insane, but it has the potential of going out. And so we're saying, pastors all over the place, we need your help. You've been praying for this revival, and now it's here. And don't let the fire go out, because then we're going to be waiting another 10 or 20 years. And I'm not going to wait, though. I only came here to Detroit for revival. And,